In this video, we will discuss the differences between dry machining and wet machining. So, machining is one secondary manufacturing process that is performed to impart desired shape, size, and surface finish by removing the unwanted material from a solid 3D blank. Okay, so on the basis of usage of cutting fluid, the machining can be classified as dry machining and wet machining. So the very first point, dry machining is performed in absence of appropriate cutting fluid. So in dry machining, the cutting fluid is not used during the machining. So here you can see an example of dry machining. Here, while cutting, the cutting oil is not used during the machining. Now wet machining. Wet machining is performed in presence of appropriate cutting fluid. So here you can see an example of wet machining. So in case of wet machining, the cutting fluid is used during the machining process. Next point. For dry machining, no cutting fluid delivery system is required. Okay, so in case of dry machining, no cutting fluid delivery system is required. So this is a schematic of cutting fluid delivery system. It consists of a fluid reservoir where you can store the cutting fluid. Then this is a fluid reservoir. Then the pump to pump the cutting fluid from the fluid reservoir. Then the delivery piping system and the application method, which consists of nozzle which strikes the cutting fluid over the cutting tool or the workpiece, and then the cutting oil collecting device which collects the cutting oil from the tool and the workpiece and then send back to the reservoir. Okay, so this is nothing but the cutting oil delivery system. So in case of dry machining, no cutting fluid delivery system is required. Now the wet machining. Proper fluid delivery system must be installed with the machine tool for controlled delivery of cutting fluid. So in case of wet machining, such system is available which pump the cutting oil from the fluid reservoir, and then with the help of nozzle, the cutting oil is strike over the surface of the cutting tool and the workpiece. So in case of wet machining, such system is required. Next point. In dry machining, no additional accessories for the fluid delivery is required. So in dry machining, we are not using the cutting oil, and hence the cutting oil delivery system is not required. That means the accessory which are required, like the fluid reservoir, then pump, delivery system, nozzle, then the cutting oil collecting system, is not required in case of dry machining. Now wet machining, additional accessories like storage tank, pump, pipeline, nozzle, recycle system, etc. are required, so the machine becomes heavy and bulky. So in case of wet machining, as we are using a cutting oil during the machining process, so the additional accessories are required, and which makes the system heavy and bulky. Next point. For dry machining, it is less hazardous to the workers. No such environmental pollution is associated with dry cutting. So in case of dry machining, as we are not using the cutting oil, so it is less hazardous to the worker. Okay, because the cutting oil is hazardous to the worker, and then we have to dispose the cutting oil, right? And in case of dry machining, no cutting oil is used, so there is no need of disposal of cutting oil. So it is less hazardous to the worker, and no such environmental pollution is associated with the dry machining. Now the wet machining. Prolonged exposure to the cutting fluid sometimes turns hazardous to the operator. So as the worker is coming in contact with the cutting oil, right? So prolonged exposure to the cutting fluid sometimes turns hazardous to the operator. Moreover, its disposal contaminates the environment, that is water and soil. Okay, so there are some ways by which the cutting oil comes in contact with the operator. It may enter into the human body. Okay, it may enter through the mouth, it may enter through the inhalation, it may enter through the skin, or it may enter through the burn and abrasions. Okay, so this cutting oil is very dangerous for the human being, and its prolonged exposure sometimes turns into hazardous to the operator. And again, its disposal is also it's quite difficult, and it creates pollution, and it contaminates the environment. So it contaminates the water, it contaminates the soil. Next point. For dry machining, problem associated with the corrosion of machine tool are not prevalent here owing to the absence of cutting fluid. So as the cutting oil is not used in case of dry machining, the corrosion that takes place due to the cutting oil, that not happens in case of dry machining, because the cutting oil is used with the water, okay, and that water corrodes the various parts of the machine. So that is not possible in case of dry machining. Now wet machining, some cutting fluid corrodes the various machine parts rapidly, thus longevity of the machine tool degrades. So in case of wet machining, we are using the cutting oil, and that cutting oil is used with the water, and that water corrodes the various parts of the machine, and hence the longevity of the machine tool gets degrade. Next point, for dry machining, rate of heat generation during the machining is considerably more. So as no cutting oil is used, because the purpose of cutting oil is to take out the heat from the tool and the workpiece, and in case of dry machining we are not using the cutting oil, and hence the rate of heat generation during the machining is considerably more in case of dry machining. Now wet machining, for same parameter and material, rate of heat generation is low due to the lubrication effect of the cutting fluid. Now in wet machining the cutting oil is used, okay, so for same material and for same parameter, that is for same depth of cut, feed and the cutting velocity, the rate of generation of heat is less in wet machining, because the cutting oil plays the lubrication effect, and due to the lubrication effect the rate of heat generation is less, and the cutting oil is also taken out the heat from the workpiece and the tool. Okay, so for same parameter and the material, the rate of heat generation is low in case of wet machining. Next point, for dry machining, cutting temperature remains very high during the machining. So as we are not using the cutting oil, the cutting temperature remains very high, okay, as compared to your wet machining for dry machining, because the cutting oil is not used. The function of the cutting oil is to take out the heat from the workpiece and the cutting tool. So in case of dry machining, cutting temperature remains very high. Here also you can see in the photograph, so the cutting temperature remains very high. For wet machining, cutting temperature remains significantly low because of reduced rate of heat generation and continuous removal of heat by cutting fluid. So for the same parameter and for the same material, cutting temperature remains significantly low, because here we are using the cutting oil, and that cutting oil take the heat from the workpiece and the cutting tool, as well as it provides the lubrication effect, and that is why the generation of heat is less in case of wet machining. Then for dry machining, high cutting temperature sometimes limits the level of process parameter. Thus, high cutting velocity, feed rate, depth of cut cannot be utilized, which leads to low material removal rate and low productivity. So here you can see how the temperature changes during the machining. So the red color indicates the maximum temperature, and that generally occurs at the tool chip interface. Here, as the chips flows over the surface of the cutting tool, over the face of the cutting tool, so here there will be a maximum temperature, and the blue color indicates the minimum temperature. So here you can see the different color for the different temperature, and here you can see the temperature profile along the cutting tool and along the tool chip. Okay, so as in case of dry machining we are not using the cutting oil, so there will be high temperature at the tool chip interface, and due to that generation of heat and due to the friction in between the tool and the workpiece, we have to reduce the cutting velocity, feed rate and the depth of cut. Okay, so we have to work at low cutting speed, low feed rate and low depth of cut, and due to which the material removal rate is less, and as the material removal rate is less, there is low productivity. Okay, and this is the disadvantage of dry machining. Now wet machining, because of low cutting temperature, high values of speed, feed and depth of cut can be utilized without much problem. Thus, high material removal rate and improved productivity can be achieved. Now, in case of wet machining, we are using the cutting oil, and hence there will be less generation of heat and low temperature at the tool tip and at the workpiece. So we can carry out the machining process at high depth of cut, at high velocity, at high feed, okay, and due to which there will be more material removal rate and it improved the productivity. The next point for dry machining, high cutting temperature accelerates the tool wear rate and thus reduces the tool life. It also tends to deform the cutting edge plastically. So here you can see the cutting inserts which you have to clamp over the tool holder, okay, and then you can carry out the machining activity. Now, as in dry machining we are not using the cutting oil, okay, due to which there is high temperature at the tool tip. So this is nothing but the tip of the insert, and as the cutting oil is not used, there will be high temperature at the tool tip, and due to that high heat and high temperature, the tool wear rate will increase, okay, because that high cutting temperature accelerates the tool wear rate, okay, and ultimately you will get a lesser tool life, right? And at the same time, because of high heat, the edges of the tool tip get deformed plastically, okay, there will be a plastic deformation of the tool tip edge due to the high heat generation. Now for wet machining, for the same work tool material combination and the process parameter, tool under wet machining exhibit prolonged life due to degraded wear rate. Tendency of plastic deformation is also meager, okay. So in case of wet machining, we are using the cutting oil. That cutting oil will take out the heat from the workpiece and the cutting tool, and hence there will be low heat and low temperature at the tool tip. And as there is low heat and low temperature at the tool tip, so your tool wear rate is also less, and again there will be no plastic deformation at the tool tip. Then the next point, in dry machining, sometimes finished surface oxidizes or burns due to excessive cutting heat. It changes the surface properties and appearance, leading to rejected item. Okay, so in case of dry machining, we are not using the cutting oil, so there will be high temperature at the surface of the workpiece also, okay, and then as there is high temperature, there are many chances of oxidization, because the surface of the workpiece comes in contact with the environment, and as there is high temperature, so it oxidizes or burn the surface of the workpiece, right? And due to which the surface properties and appearance, okay, that also get changed, and due to which we have to reject that part, okay. Now wet machining, cutting fluid can protect the finished surface from the oxidation by maintaining the cutting temperature minimum. So in case of wet machining, what happens? We are using the cutting oil that reduces the temperature, and hence the workpiece will remain cool. So the cutting oil will protect the workpiece from the oxidization, and there are no chances of burn also. Okay, so in case of wet machining, your cutting oil protect the finished surface, and we will be getting a good surface finish in case of wet machining. Next point, due to excessive cutting heat, cheap color changes undesirably in case of dry machining. Now in dry machining, we are not using cutting oil, you know it. So there will be high heat generation, and hence sometimes you may get the chips which is having different color than the base material. So here you can see the chip is having different color than the base material. Okay, so due to excessive cutting heat, cheap color changes undesirably. This is not a desirable change. Now wet machining, cheap color usually remains same to that of work material. So in case of wet machining, there is less heat generation, so the chip of the color of the chip remains same to that of work material. Now the next point, Workpiece and cutting tool are subjected to other thermal damages also. So in case of dry machining, as the cutting fluid is not used, so there will be a generation of heat, and due to which the workpiece and the cutting tool they are subjected to thermal damages. Okay. Whereas in case of wet machining, the wet machining reduces the tendency of thermal damages of the workpiece and the cutter. So in case of wet machining, the temperature is less, and due to less temperature and less heat, the the workpiece and your cutting tool do not subjected to thermal damages, or it reduces the tendency of thermal damages. Now the last point, dry machining can be carried out while cutting soft material like wood, polymer, soft metal, etc. So the dry machining is suitable for cutting the soft material, okay, because for cutting the hard material, while cutting the hard material, there will be more friction in between the cutting tool and the workpiece. So as there will be more friction, there will be more heat generation, right? So your dry machining is applicable for cutting the soft material, because while cutting the soft material, the cutting tool will experience less friction, and there will be a less friction in between the cutting tool and the workpiece. So the dry machining can be carried out while cutting the soft material like wood, then the polymer, and the soft and ductile material. Okay. Now wet machining. Wet machining is preferred which cutting hard metals like steel, titanium, etc. So in case of wet machining, the wet machining is preferred for cutting the hard material, because here we are using the cutting oil, and that reduces the temperature, that reduces the friction even, because it provides the lubrication effect. So the wet machining is preferred for cutting the hard material like steel, titanium. So hope you understood the difference in between dry machining and wet machining. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you.